Hiya, my name is Emma, and right now I'm in the middle of converting my 2015 Kia Sedona into the stealth camper of my dreams. If you've been following along, you know that my dad and I have already created a super sick bed that folds up into 2 benches, but now we're going to create a large cabinet to be placed next to the bed for additional storage. We are taking inspiration from the channel Eric Enjoys Earth for this process. The man is truly a genius, and I have yet to see a better design for a minivan camper, but unfortunately neither myself nor my dad are certified smarty pants, so if you want to see how we did it, tag along. Dad made the same measuring tool from the channel Eric Enjoys Earth so that we can sketch out the shape of the side of the car onto some cardboard so that we can create the backing for where the cabinets are gonna go. We started drawing out our template with Sharpie, but the sound of the Sharpie on the cardboard was driving me nuts.
That doesn't bother you? I don't like cardboard. I don't like, stop! No! Stop!
Thankfully, Dad used pencil for the rest of the drawing part. After cutting the cardboard, we had to check our little measurements. They weren't great, but they were good enough for us.
That's pretty good. Pretty good.
Just a little...
Yeah, just a little bit there.
We took our little templates inside and got ready to cut.
It is time. It is time to begin!
Instead of measuring and creating cardboard templates out of each piece of the cabinet first, we decided to just start with these outside pieces, cut them out of plywood with a jigsaw and a circular saw, and then measure and create the rest of the cabinet around these 2 outside pieces.
Cheers.
We checked the accuracy of our plywood cutouts in the car, and then after a couple of adjustments, we measured out where that first main shelf was gonna go, and created a cardboard template for it by kind of freehanding around the shape of these cup holders here.
Oh, that's perfect.
We marked on the plywood where I wanted that main shelf to be, and then also marked where a second shelf was gonna go. We traced our cutout onto our plywood. We used thicker plywood for the shelves than we did for the sides. We touched it up with a jigsaw and then admired our garbage cut.
Nobody sees this.
You don't see it. They're actually fair enough.
No,
it's not that bad.
You cannot, I have no right to make fun of anything that you just...
At this point, we were running into some major issues because while we tried our darndest, it was very difficult to have accurate measurements because nothing was level anywhere. The car's not level, and also the driveway isn't level.
That's a problem right there.
I swear to God, this does not look straight.
I hate to report it to you, but not even the floor is level. The very floor. This is so hard. This is really hard. Every time we do something, we have to run back out to the car with the pieces of wood that we just cut or the screws that we just put in or anything, and we have to like remeasure it and remark and try and keep it as level as possible. So we're just gonna start screwing stuff in places and kind of hope that it works.
First, we used some scrap wood to build a support for the main shelf to screw into.
No, it's not, but do we have a better choice? The bed was easier. The entire bed was easier than this.
Yeah. Once
Literally
this is
every
done,
single part of the bed.
the kitchen won't be so bad.
The kitchen will be easy.
After several hours of trial and error, it was time to see if the shelf fit into the car.
Okay, good. That's flush.
Oh, success!
That's flush.
We screwed in the other side of that main shelf and then got to working on the top shelf.
Alright.
We followed that same process of cutting it out of plywood, remeasuring it, recutting it again, and then creating supports for it, and then drilling the shelf into the supports we had created.
Yeah.
Wow, sorry, I'm like shining the light in your face.
Wow.
Whoa! Whoa!
Thank you so much. This is so sick. Whoa! What's it look like? How can you measure so well blind?
I'm
So you see how we have supports here, here, and in the same place on the opposite side? We're gonna take that mentality for the face of the dresser as well. I don't know if Eric did that, but at this point we're kind of freestyling. But yeah, this is what the face looks like. I'm sorry I didn't show you, but Dad cut this out for me. He did a great job. And yeah, we're just gonna slap that right on there.
Eric did 3 vertical supports. We did 2 vertical supports because we're lazy and we have 1/2-inch plywood, which is pretty rigid, and we're shoring everything up with the front, so I'm pretty sure we're not going to need it.
Yeah.
But we are adding these pieces so that we have a way to screw the face in more places rather than just screw into these edges.
Along the same 1/2 inch.
Yeah.
Alright. In short, homie had a center partition here that I don't want, but that center partition served a lot of stability, but we're trying to make up for it because I don't want it and we're lazy. In case you can't tell, we were a little bit over it at this point, but we still wanted to do a good job. So I covered the whole thing in wood glue, we got this face piece on there, and we did a great job securing everything very firmly into place. But this turned out to be our biggest mistake yet. We were a little bit dumb and realized a little bit late that we probably should have measured and cut out the windows before we very firmly secured the face of the drawers to the frame, but we're gonna make up for it by doing the rest real smart. We're gonna be real good.
Something like that.
So by putting the face on before cutting out the space for the drawers, we effectively had painted ourselves into a corner. Instead of having this nice flat piece of wood to cut holes into, we had to take the whole cabinet up onto the horses and try to jigsaw holes out of the cabinet itself from behind. We couldn't just draw the shape of the windows on the outside because we had drilled in all of these supports that we also had to avoid with the jigsaw. Oops. Oopsies. We started making cuts from the back of the cabinet using what we could of our measurements before transferring the rest of the measurements to the front. We had to do this really carefully. There wasn't any room for error because the pieces that we ended up cutting out of the front, we were supposed to reattach as doors because I want to be able to close away the contents of my cabinet. So it took a really long time to work around this mistake, but in the end, I think we did a pretty good job. There it is, folks. There it is. How do you feel, Dad?
Pretty good.
Yeah. This looks great.
You got lots of...
A lot of space in
that's
there.
Enough. Yeah, I'm glad
That's
we
a
did
lot.
open that.
Yeah.
But that's
The only
that's a nice
thing
lid.
is back here. There's still a lot of space between this and the window.
Yeah. Okay.
But we can create shams for that later. But yeah, otherwise, super perfect.
Nice.
Super dope. I love it. Thank you. I made a little template for the sham that's gonna go here against the window because there's some open space there that I didn't account for because we were lazy making this. But yeah, it's all stood up. We're just adding some finishing touches. I was editing footage for this video and it was like, wow, Eric's was so incredibly genius and, well, you know what? We did what we could. Oh, Jesus.
That's a problem.
Oh, yeah. Mom's hat. We cut the sham out of the plywood, but then we realized immediately that we had made yet another mistake.
Oh, guess what?
It's not the same thickness of plywood.
But that's okay.
God, we are so over it. This is just turning into like a patched together mess at this point. It's gonna work! It's gonna work! At this point, accuracy was just getting in the way of things, so we drilled it on anyway and then moved on to the next thing. Alright, door hinges. We're gonna leave this part just wide open, and then
There's gonna be a door here and here with like a little latch on the bottom. This one I probably won't be able to open when the bed is in the upright position, which kind of sucks, but that's totally okay. I'm probably not gonna have it upright for most of the time anyway.
Door time.
So this, and then once we get this in, I'll put a little backstop so it doesn't, you don't like accidentally push through.
Yeah. We ended up drilling in those backstops first, just some scrap wood along the center of the bottom of these openings here before getting the hinges in. In hindsight, this step also would have been a lot easier if we had done it before securing the face onto the frame of the cabinet, but you live and you learn.
Dad's got 2 sets of these really sick antique little latches that we're gonna put here. And then that'll be it. Dad is wire brushing what's left of the likely lead paint off of the other latch, but it's so cool.
Look at how delightfully simple that is. Isn't that so cool? The way that the latch works. This is so cool. Of course, the last step, this bottom latch, ended up giving us a lot of trouble, but eventually we got it.
Well, that's it for the main structure. The rest is solely cosmetic, but if I chose not to paint or sand or do literally anything with this, it would function the way I want it to, so.
But
So sick.
Here's the finished project from the back and from the front. Yeah, we haven't sanded it or painted or anything like that yet, but so cool. These are so sick. These latches are so sweet. Let's take it to the car and see how it looks. Let's take it to the car and see how it looks.
Yeah, kinda.
oh, that's so cool.
Here's what it looks like with the bed in. I definitely won't be able to open that second latch with the bed in the upright position, but I kind of knew that going into it.
We'll do something. We'll split this.
Maybe, yeah, maybe later. I kind of want to take it camping to see if I can, like, stand that first. But, yeah, we'll have to see.
Depends on what you're putting in there.
Right, exactly. Thank you for coming with us. This was bad. This was hard. Don't let Eric's video take away. Don't let Eric's video make you too confident, because
It has its hardships.
it's 11 p.m. Oh my gosh, it's gonna be my house. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. It's gonna be so cool. I think that given the circumstances, I think we did a great job. Yeah, thank you so much for being here. Please take care. Please stay safe. And a special thank you to my Patreon supporters. Y'all are cool. I appreciate you wanting to be there for bonus content and just whatever the hell I decide to put on there. Thank you for being there. Thank you to all of you for helping make this happen, because without you guys, this would not have actualized. If you were to tell me that my life would have gone this way a year ago, I would have been like, nah. But this is really special. So thank you so much for being here. Please take care, stay safe, and I'll see you on the next minivan build project. Bye-bye.